Well, we talked about the Earth Day rally coming up here on Sunday. Here's a little look at Biz Markie's latest, the famous rapper, with a bit of a remix. Take a look.
Ready to work, we got the science and skill, and for 2 billion, y'all, all we need a strong bill. You think that our leaders would jump at the chance, but the lobbyists got them shaking in the pants. So I went to the Senate and asked for real change, but when I sprung the question, they acted real strange. All we need is a clean energy law, but all they just hearing is blah, blah, blah.
Yes, that was Obama Girl in that video. with
a rare appearance.
We love it. We love seeing it. Kathy Kiely from USA Today joining us. Thank you, Kathy, for being here. I want to start with the financial reform, the kind of brinksmanship we're seeing around this right now. What is the play right now? Why are we seeing such a disconnect between really the rhetoric that has both sides yelling at each other and the reality, which is that this is going to be a bipartisan bill?
Well, I think David said it earlier. I mean, what you're looking at is it's a kabuki theater in politics, and what's going on is this is an election year. Not that any year seems to be a non-election year anymore, but both parties are playing to their bases, and what you've got are these people who really do want to agree on something. They really want to get somewhere, but it's kind of dangerous to look like you're agreeing with that other guy. So I think they're setting the stage for a deal, but doing so in a way that they can each tell their partisans, I fought till the death.
And this is not a deal that'll bring over 1 or 2 Republicans and just get by. This is sort of a dam breaking, and you can imagine a big bipartisan vote, right?
I think so. I mean, I think these things are hard to predict, but when you see somebody like Senator Shelby, who's right in the middle of the negotiations, this guy is not some softy liberal, so I would imagine he'd bring a few votes.
Right. We're not. Yeah. He's not going to be number 60 in all likelihood. I want to talk a little bit about, you were up in Pennsylvania recently.
Yes, my home state.
Your home state. Doing some reporting on the Murtha seat, the special election that's coming up later this month. What are the stakes to your mind? And it seems like the Republicans have a very good shot of taking away a seat that the Democrats have had for a couple of decades now.
Yeah, this is really the bellwether of the coming weeks. I mean, a lot of people have talked about the Hawaii race, which of course would be very embarrassing if the president loses a congressional seat. That his home congressional seat, and one that was occupied by Neil Abercrombie, a friend of President Obama's parents. Both parents, and so that would be embarrassing, but of course it would be a fluke because there's a 3-way race, so it really says nothing about the Democrats. The Pennsylvania race says everything. Pennsylvania is always a keystone state in any presidential election strategy or congressional election strategy. And seats like the one Murtha occupied for 36 years are key to that. This is old industrial, Midwest, blue collar. And although John Murtha occupied the seat for 36 years, in the last presidential election, it went 49% to 49%, with John McCain eking out a victory by about 800 votes.
The only congressional district that voted for John Kerry in the country that then flipped and voted for Republican John McCain.
Exactly. So these are swing voters, par excellence. So, as we like to say in Johnstown, and so I think both parties are just pushing this, that it's pedal to the metal, and it's one of the ironic things is this is a district where the median income is well below the national average, but it's just going to be flooded with money. And when I wrote about this, I thought that was so funny because it's almost like one last gift from Jack Murtha beyond the grave. We know he was somebody who was famous for bringing the bacon back home.
He could bring airports and runways. Now he can bring it to the television networks. In our final 30 seconds, it seems though that energy is where the Republicans are running on this right now, bashing the Democrats on cap and trade. Is that a resident issue in the district?
It's huge in this district. This is a big coal mining area, and this is going to be one of the big issues for the Republican and one that the Democrat has to answer on.
Indeed. Well, Kathy Kiely, USA Today, appreciate you being here. Appreciate your reporting out of this. Don't forget, this week on Sunday, all of the sides represented. Austin Goolsbee from the White House, Senator Bob Corker, Republican of Tennessee, Senator Sherrod Brown, you may have seen on our air just yesterday, the Democrat of Ohio. They may just solve financial reform on Sunday morning.
They're going to hatch out a deal right there with Jake Tapper on This Week. Kathy Kiely of USA Today, thank you very much. That does it for this edition of Top Line. Be sure to click us on again on Monday.
Twitter.com/TheNote. We'll be on the same set next week, we promise. Thanks.